Hello, my love. Hello, hello. I hope this finds you well. I hope that you've had a nice sip of water already today. I hope that you are enjoying yourself. I'm thinking about you as always. I hope for today that you set an intention or set intention, that you find something and intend it well, to really think about what you intend. At some point, we go through so much of our day which is just by rote and habit and routine, and we don't always think. And I hope there's at least one thing that you really think about and do with intention today. So I was thinking about preventable age-related sickness, and in this there will come a time in your life where one day you will get sick and become ill, and when that time comes, there may be a moment where you will say to yourself, "Oh, I wish I hadn't done the things that led to this point." Right? We don't think about those things now. We don't think about ourselves in the future when we are old and perhaps decrepit and perhaps an invalid or whatever the situation may be. But there are things when you get to certain ages as you age that you could have done to prevent certain illnesses. And so there may well come a time where you will go, "I wish I had not done those things." Perhaps it's drinking too much alcohol and it's an issue with your liver or some such thing as that, or eating particularly unhealthy foods and cardiovascular illness, whatever it may be. But the trick, knowing that you will get to some point in your life where you will get a diagnosis and your heart will sink and you will say to yourself, "Oh my God, what could I have done to prevent this? And why didn't I do the things to prevent this?" Knowing that there is a possibility of that point, knowing indeed that we all must die. The trick is to keep that in your mind now as you go through your life, so that you can remember to go, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't eat so much of this thing. Maybe I shouldn't engage in so much of a certain recreational drug," whatever it may be, and to keep that in your mind, knowing that one day you may get that heart-sinking news that something is terribly wrong. Now, that all sounds rather depressing in a certain sense, but again, the fact is, we all do die. And so you want to do what you can to prevent that. The issue, though, or the worry, or what you must proceed with caution with, is tempering that. If you do absolutely nothing, you will indeed probably live longer. If you never go out into the street, there is no chance you'll get ever hit by a motor vehicle. And if you never eat X, you may never get certain illnesses. But life is meant to be lived, and death is inevitable. And so you have to temper this expectation of going, "Okay, there may come a time where I will regret certain things," with living life and thinking about, okay, how much do I want to live life? But this is where the imagination of your future self comes into play, right? And also statistical analysis and actuarial tables. But if you want to think about, okay, what are my chances of getting a certain illness if I do certain things, and imagine yourself at that point in life when that illness tends to hit, and go, if I live to that age, would that be acceptable? Would I be happy with that? And if you are, then indeed engage in the thing that may not be the most healthy in the world, but that lets you enjoy life. So a bit of calculus in all of this, which is something in my life I did not indeed actually engage the actuarial tables, but it was something I thought about, as you know how healthy I ate because I aspired to live as long as I did. But don't let it become your sole focus. Don't let it become everything you think about. Again, the point is not to live forever. The point is to live the life you have. I would say well. Well, that's a topic for another day as to how one should live their life. But anyway, keep that in mind. Take it for what it is worth, and it may not indeed be worth anything. Know that I love you. I will recommend again. I do not speak Italian, so my pronunciation is way off. Ludovico Einaudi and his music. 7 Days Walking is a fantastic number of series, I guess I would call it. And Brian Garner's The Chicago Guide to Chicago Punctuation, Grammar and Style for Nuts and Bolts. And I will leave it at that.